John Nichols with us. We're talking about the political landscape as we go into the week after Labor Day. And we're into it now. And I think more people are going to be paying attention to it. It appears that the traditional Republicans are in big-time trouble. It's very clear that the ABC News Washington Post poll is giving us a better snapshot of where the country is than anything else that we've seen so far. This may explain the Donald Trump, the Ben Carson, the out of Washington, the non-professional politician. And it was interesting, John, and one of the surveys out there recently shows that people are looking for someone with business experience, someone who has not been in the political arena, that will bring something fresh. This plays right to Trump. It plays right to Carson. The question is, how are these other, quote, already elected or already served Republicans such as Bush, Huckabee, Rubio, Rand Paul, Cruz, how are they going to get back into the race? How is this going to take a miracle at the CNN debate? What's going to reverse all of this, if anything?
There aren't going to be miracles at the CNN debate, my friend. That's bottom line. You should understand that Trump knows how to do this. You may like him, you may dislike him, but he knows how to manage these appearances, and even when he makes a terrible mistake, when he does something that's really horrid, he knows how to surf it out. So it's not like he's collapsing. And Carson has figured out how to be the anti-Trump. So quiet, so mild that it just, he sort of slides through and people...
Well, you know what? It's interesting you say that because Trump kind of picked up on that. He called him low energy. Listen to this.
Well, I'm a deal maker. I'll make great deals for this country. Ben can't do that. Ben's a doctor, and he's not a deal maker. And I'll make great deals for our country, which is very important. And I'll build up our military so that nobody's going to mess with us, and I'll take care of our vets and do things such as that. But Ben is not a deal maker at all, and I don't think would be a very good... I don't think that's his natural ability at all.
And he went on to call him low energy.
Yeah.
Nobody. I mean, Trump talks like he's in a bar. Oh, nobody's going to mess with us.
No, Trump doesn't even really have more than a couple words. He said "deal maker" like 10 times in that quote. But here's the bottom line: he knows how to do it. Maybe Carson knows how to counter. So at that point, your core question: what does the establishment Republican, the political careerist, do in a situation like this? Well, something antithetical, sort of counterintuitive has to happen. And that is that all these career politicians, the Scott Walkers and the Bushes and even the Christies, they're going to have to drop away. They're going to have to follow Rick Perry out of this thing until you get some sort of unity around one establishment contender. And that's going to be very hard to do because...
Fiorina looks like she's got a little bit of life.
Yeah, but she's also an outsider.
Yeah.
She's also somebody who doesn't have the career politics. And so for the Republican Party, they have a huge problem, and that is to get a half dozen people out of the way so that they can unite around, so the money people, the establishment people, can unite around one alternative to Trump and Carson.
Is that why Karl Rove is so quiet these days?
I think it's exactly why, and I tell you what I think is going to happen, Ed. The only thing that these people understand is money. That's the truth. Most of them. There's a couple who actually, Cruz may have his alternative routes, but most of them, they understand money. And my suspicion is that in this crisis moment for the Republican Party, and understand it as such, a crisis moment, that the elders of the money side of that party, I would suspect, are pulling together some kind of strategy to get behind someone where they can really push it through. And don't underestimate that it might not be the expected player. It might well be somebody like Kasich, who, that's where your magic in a debate might occur. If somebody like him really does well in the second and third debates, you might see the establishment say, hey, we know this guy.
I think, John, looking at the overall 5-6 past years of Republican politics, they have obstructed so much in the House and the Senate, and they've said no to everything. They've stymied anybody with any new ideas to how to deal with the big problems we're facing in this country. And I think that they're stuck with a Trump. They're stuck with a Ben Carson. Ben Carson isn't electable. I don't believe that. And I don't think that he could beat any of the Democratic candidates.
They may have taught their voters to demand this.
Yeah.
I mean, they may have spent so much time beating up on everything that they taught their voters to demand this.
Yeah.
But if they have, then they have essentially created their own crisis.
All right. Always great to visit. John Nichols, Washington correspondent of The Nation magazine, here on Ed Schultz News and Commentary. Communication Workers of America, Alliance for American Manufacturing, BioGreen Clean, and the iSave team bring you this production. We're back tomorrow.